the being of the state. Good day. Barely 10 days ago, Ahmed Odunton was here begging to take some of your time, and you guys were generous. However, like Charles Dickens' insatiable Oliver Twist, he has come again saying, ladies and gentlemen, please, I want some more. Some more of your time and attention. He prays you will not eat him with a ladle of disappointments. He hopes he finds you in a generous mood so as to lend him a few minutes of your precious time. He promises that you will not find it a waste in the end. Before I proceed with today's topic, it is important that I express my heartfelt gratitude. Your warm emojis and generous commentary towards the last video was flattering. However, it is important that I respond to one of the commentators whose reaction was that of a broken heart. He expressed hopelessness about the chances of my message getting to the right ears and minds, and notes that by the right ears and minds, it meant the people in power, the people in authority. His commentary, rather than inflicting me with a setback, caused me to sit back instead and re-evaluate. I had to ask myself a very important question. Who is my audience? The people in power or the people who put them in power? It cost me days of deep reflection, soliloquizing and philosophizing to be able to afford a satisfying answer to this priceless question of who my audience actually is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you, if I may. As your years of experience not revealed that in our climb it is a crime and a cost to speak truth to power. At every point that we the people have tried, do we not remember how they turned tanks and thugs, guns and gas, bayonets and batons on us? How we have always been battered and bled in the streets for the simple crime of exercising rights guaranteed under the Constitution. Each time we the people have gathered to peacefully send a message, to peacefully protest, it has always ended in massacre. Tasholani tried, Shoyinka tried, Kuti tried, his mom tried, Fela, Fawemi, Showore, we have all tried. What is the youth? What is the result? It has always been a flood of blood on the streets. Would it then be wise to keep talking to those who years of experience has shown to be blind to our plight and deaf and dumb to our yearnings? Thus, my audience now or in the future will always be to my classmates, we the people. We the people in whom lies the ultimate power, but who is unaware of our own power. We the people who struggle to get this heavy knee off our necks. We the people who are an elephant with a leash round our neck, tied to the tree of bad governance. We the people who still tied to this evil tree, unaware of our right and might. There is a Yoruba saying that says, a tree which tries to stop the elephant from going to the river is coming with it. Back to today's topic, the being of the states. In our lifetime, we have come across different definitions of the states. Geographers have defined the states as a geographical entity. Political theorists have defined the states, also called a nation, country, as a territory with defined boundaries organized into a political unit and ruled by an established government that has control over its internal and external affairs. Don't get it twisted. I don't have anything against this definition. This definition of the state served us well in the classrooms. We needed to stick to that definition to pass tests, exams, to get certificates and degrees. But now we are graduates and grown. To us, that definition of the state is now boring, academic, leukemic, and tasteless. Now we are in the world, a world where we are confronted with a civic task, the civic task of nation building. And the reality of this civic duty imposes on us a tasty and salty definition of the state. A definition that arouses the manhood of our citizenry. A definition of the state that is a social cultural Viagra. A definition truly connected to our core and being. And this would-be definition is essential and an indispensable vitamin to the heart and science of nation building. Thus, I say that the state is a social, cultural, and spiritual expression of the will and aspiration of the people. The destiny of the state is intertwined with the destiny of the citizenry. It is civic ignorance that makes us curse our state, Nigeria, as though she's responsible for our problems. Instead, those who we should curse are the political nannies and caretakers whom we have trusted to administer the states. Americans, non-Americans alike, are fond of saying, God bless America. The English and non-English are fond of saying, long live the king or queen. But we curse Nigeria. A curse on your nation is a curse on you. A blessing of our nation is a blessing on us. Biblical examples abound in support of this truth. There is a point in the saying that you cannot outgrow your society. How about, for a better understanding of what I'm talking about, we try to personify the state, give it a human face, and ask ourselves, what is the dream and destiny of our country? Yes, nations have dreams too. Nations do have a destiny, just as the American dream, the Chinese dream, the Roman dream, the British dream, the Mongol dream. These people built empires. That was their dream. But our dream is not to sack cities, not to conquer our neighbors, enslave them, and steal their hearts and resources and treasure. No, our dream is not that of world domination or global hegemony, but an assurance that we are not doomed to perpetual domination. That we as a nation is not subservient to another nation or race. That we can stand tall and our shoulders held high. That we do not remain the stinking armpits of the world, deodorized with loans and hates, but the beautiful black, brown, ebony face of the world. We must ask ourselves, what is the Nigerian dream? What is the African dream? Do we have one? Was there ever a Nigerian dream? Or do we need to invent or reinvent a Nigerian dream if there was even one in the first instance? Unfortunately, the dreams of every Nigerian now is encapsulated in Japaism, a slang meaning to live and escape to foreign lands. Is that the dream we want to pass on to the next generation? Well, ladies and gentlemen, before I lose track, I want to leave you with a brief recapitulation. The state is a supernatural and supranational entity. If you believe in God, then the state is next to God. I say that to be modest because it raises the technical question on the position of the state and God. But That is not within the scope of this video. However, if you do not believe in God, then the state is God. That is why the state is not religious. It is not a religious entity, yet it is the mother of all religions. It is above religion. That is why, for all our religiosity, we always frown at the idea of a state religion. The state must be held as such. It must be loved as though it is our bride. And when we see those who have been elected to serve the states, they are like bridegrooms. They're like groomsmen. When you see your when you see your friend on your wedding day winking at your bride, trying to fondle with her breast, do you stand still and stand back? No. You fly into rage. You make a feast. There's going to be some fight. Yes, that is how we should look these days. That is how we should look the states. So this idea is important. This idea and notion and new definition, a salty and tasty definition of the states, is important to civic educating the people so that they are able to key into the heart and science of nation building, where every citizen subscribes to the idea of nation building, where everyone sees him or herself as a nation builder, not you looking at the states as some national cake. You want to get into elective positions for the main reason of stealing, of getting your own share of the national cake. We need a reorientation. We need a different prescription of how we should see the state. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. I will see you next week. Thank you.